Hello everyone, hope you're all doing well. Gonna have a crossout video for us today, guys. Now in today's video, we are going to be going over this absolute peach of a Stillwind Kami hover. Now there's a few reasons why I wanted to go over this video today, and the first is because I saw this amazing build on the exhib and I just couldn't not do it. This is basically the point of Crossout for me. We take a bunch of components that aren't necessarily meta and you make a meta creation out of them. Chiefly in this example, we are talking about the Stillwinds. So the build itself has got the Stillwinds at the back, nice and protected by the armored slabs. We've got a Kami at the front, which is really solid. That's kind of the meta hover design at the moment. We've got an Aquilo just to keep the guns firing, a gyroscope just to keep the accuracy as manageable as possible, and I was able to change the original Golden Eagle to an Oyoban because they had slightly better fusions, and get a 10-second cloak out of this as well. This is really, really good. The second reason is because I wanted to go over Stillwinds. Stillwinds I have not touched on since they had their original perk. For those who don't know, the Stillwinds, when they first came into the game, they had a sort of a decloaking perk. Basically, when you shot in cloak, you would not be decloaked for, I want to say, like 2 or 3 seconds. That sounds like a really good perk on paper, but it did not synergize with the Stillwinds at all because the Stillwinds are 10 energy weapons. That's probably the biggest drawback. So you didn't really have enough energy to do a cloak and, radiators for the most part. But they've since been changed. They've got a much better perk these days. Essentially, they've got something similar to the Whirlwind or a Cricket. For every 50 meters that the projectile travels, you get 0.2 meters to your explosion radius. Now, bear in mind that is 0.2 meters in an AoE, so in a bubble, so it's in every direction. And it's really, really good for the gun's damage. 50 meters in Crossout is basically nothing. If we take the test range, for example, that build by there, that's probably 100 to 150 meters away. So at this range, we are dealing, 250, 300 damage a shot. And the rate to fire on Stillwind isn't like too slow. So it only takes a second or two before you're dealing 1 to 2,000 damage in this thing. That's incredibly impressive. Bear in mind, there's no Jackie or anything on this build. It's just the guns themselves doing that, which is just really, really cool. What else we got? I think that's it, actually. We'll jump into the usual 20 minutes or so of PvP just to give this thing a proper test out. I'm very much looking forward to this because I have not seen or played Stillwinds in ages, and this thing, on paper at least, looks absolutely incredible. So we'll jump into the games now, guys, and I hope you all enjoy. Oh, hello, cat. Jumping on me just as it starts. What's going on? Come on. I'm doing a video. Right, Stillwinds. I have not used these things in ages. I don't think anyone else has either, to be honest. You don't see Stillwinds these days, like ever. Which is a shame because their perks awesome. Let's see how much damage we do in this very short window. Okay, well, the damage is pretty damn good. Why did the bot just shoot at me? There's a guy on our right. I'm just gonna cloak. Let him go past. Hello, mate. Okay, there goes one gun. Whew. I guess all the breaker mains again, they're practicing for when the buff comes in. That's a corpse. Whoops. I was kind of hoping he wouldn't notice me. Well, we still got our gun somehow. Okay, he's flanking, so we push. Thank God for Dopplers. How the hell did he sneak past? Nice, guys. Right, well, our first game went really, really well. We did a hell of a lot of damage. I've also moved the co-driver. Now I changed it from Billy to Jay. Just because the damage stacks with Jay is a lot easier to get with still wins than it is with Billy. I should think about putting an iris on this, actually. I did take it off for the mask. I'll go on the build, I guess, doesn't. Ow! Didn't know what he had. Why are our guys just, Okay, sure. I mean, I'd wait for the bots to move forward a little bit, but whatever you want, really, guys. Okay, nice and calm, nice and calm. Without the lag, preferably. Nice, yep. Am I even it in after this? Always forget. Fellas. I'll try and shoot low. I don't want to avoid shooting cabins with this thing, ideally. You're stripped in it. Alright, Nova, hurt Nova, yeah, that I'll cab. Nice, guys. Oh. I swear, this is such an unassuming weapon. It really doesn't take long before you're dealing thousands of damage. It just kind of sneaks up on you. I don't think you want to do that, Cyclone. I'm entirely convinced you don't want to do that. Okay, now we just gotta push this guy. Damn, he took the gun. Good shot, man. I don't know why the Cheiron guy pushed the Ripper, but Cheiron, I gotta stop saying Cheiron. Sorted. So much AoE at that range, Jesus Christ. Oh, crap. Hello. Oh, that's some brutal heating. Nice, good shot, mate. The damage on these things so far is absolutely amazing, gotta say. Like, the new perk helps with that a lot. Well, newer perk. As you can see, we're dealing like hundreds of damage a shot at range. Just really, really good. Doesn't take long at all. I just see it. Yeah, I did. Okay, that's him done. Mate, you can't tank still wins. Jesus Christ, someone's taken damage on their narwhals. Our reload was nuts. Okay, he's stripped. That didn't take long. I'll just shoot low on him. Pop my Kami so the frost damage doesn't stop. Look at the reload on that. Oh, it's got a king. That explains it. I thought that was just Cyclops for a second. Yes, we've played, what, 4th games of this thing right now? And we've got MVP in pretty much all of them by quite some margin. And we haven't had to sweat to get any of those, by the way. As you can see from the gameplay, you just sit back and, like, farm for the most part if the enemy lets you. You deal so much damage in such a short time. This doesn't feel like a good idea, lads. Not gonna lie. You don't want to do that, mate. You're going to lose your guns. Oh, crap. Hello. Is he pushing? Yes, he is. Hello. No. Great. Our back gun looks low. Let's take it. Interesting for you to shoot me, but okay. Hey, a compiler. Oh. There goes one. Oh, good heat. Nice, is him gone? A Nox. No, wait, that's not a Nox, that's a Hippogriff. I gotta say, if these weapons weren't 10 energy each, they'd be like meta as hell. Because they're really good at the moment, don't get me wrong, but even now, like, it's 30 energy is a lot for your guns. And when you compare them to most 8 energy weapons, like, you know, Punishers, Aspects, stuff like that, it isn't really worth it. Mate, please don't push me. The audacity. Okay. Casual 1.8. Let's finish this guy off then. Good shot, mate. This guy's not gonna go well. Nice. Alright, we'll call this the last game then, but this build is pretty amazing, to be honest. Still Winds couldn't be less meta if you tried. I honestly cannot remember the last time I saw Still Winds. Can't remember the last time I played Still Winds. They are a forgotten weapon in Crossout, and this thing is absolutely ruining people. All you really need for a build to be in the meta is just like a good build, you know? Please don't shoot me. Thank you. What the hell? Crossout needs better bots, I swear. I'm sure there's a Jenny back here somewhere. There it is. Terrible shot, Leo. We just did like 600 damage to that one guy in one shot. Alright, let's be okay, no, he still us. So does his friend. Thank you, whoever put that cap can down. Dear God. Okay, I'm getting out of here. If you could land a shot, Jesus. Nice, good job, mate. Right, and that is it for the Stillwind Kami Hover. I absolutely love this thing, to be honest. I think if Stillwinds were 9 energy each, they would be one of the best weapons in the game and still be pretty balanced, you know. 9 energy isn't so low that you have too much utility, but like, you know, giving each Stillwind player at the moment an extra free energy to spend on like a cloak or more radiators would be really, really helpful, especially for the guys who don't have like a perfectly fused build as well. And I also love the Kami Cab. The Kami Cab is really solid these days for the Light Cab just because it counters so many things. You know, heat from like Mastos, Helicons, Trombones, that's countered. Ice damage from elephants and narwhals and devourers, that's countered. It counters skinners, it counters capcans, counters karis. There's a hell of a lot of things that this one cabin just completely nullifies, which is really, really cool. So yeah, if you're looking for a Stillwind Hover and Crossout, guys, I would definitely recommend giving this a try out. It's absolutely incredible, to be honest. I really, really like this build. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed the video, and I will catch you for tomorrow's.